We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The tackle.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle made by Chase Young.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
But one thing we certainly know, Alabama churns out first-round picks, and there's another nice play there by one of them, Jonathan Allen, the big defensive tackle.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. From the gun, Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Pierre Desir in on the stop. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington first. Smith on first down. We'll find Gibson here complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To the air again, Smith. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jabal sheared. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Smith on third down. Being chased out left. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. He's going to loft one. He's got a man. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup of 38.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
They go play action here on first down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Daniel Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are first out of the scoreboard here this afternoon. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Washington 0.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Smith. Hit from behind, and he's the sack to the safety, Rashad Jones.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do...
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Chase Young. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. After the sack on first down, Jones out to the right here to Shepard. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Giants 14. Washington, nothing. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He'll buy some time right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, but it's 3rd down. Play action. It's Smith. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And he fields it cleanly. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Jones on 1st and 10. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Smith. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Touchdown, Giants.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now 21-0.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And a short kick taken at about the 16. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
And they're on 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Operating from the gun, Jones eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, Their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kyler Fackrell. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith. And now here is another interception. Picked by Pierre Desir. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
7-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used held their spot and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Logan. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
The ball carrier.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And yes, he found Toilolo. And he will take it off.